How it feels when you make it through yet another No Nut November night. How is No Nut November going this year? People are suffering. People are dying. OnlyFans girls suddenly losing 90% of their income during November. Throughout your childhood, you completed No Nut November multiple times, and you didn't even notice. Until we meet again. Us on October 31st. Us on November 30th. When you're about to take off your pants, but then remember it's November. Wait a minute. I hate nutting. No Nut November is top tier stupid. Looks like someone failed. Someone had to keep your girl happy. I'll just watch some corn. A little edging won't hurt. Who cares about No Nut November? This feels good. What have I done? My mom, when all of a sudden I always know the exact date. There is no Easter Bunny. There is no Tooth Fairy. And there is no nut passes. People who lost No Nut November on first day. People who are still fighting the urge. People who say they're still in but lost on day one. Everyone's talking about No Nut November, but can we remember this guy who hasn't busted a nut in 16 years? Starting No Nut November. Edging. Oh no, I failed. No Nut November is so hard. No Nut November Day 1. I have a will of steel. This will be easy as heck. No Nut November Day 4. Is edging really that bad? Training for No Nut November. Nutting right before No Nut November. Using nut passes. Teenagers in 2040. Why is no one in our generation born in August? Millennial dads. You wouldn't get it. Me trying to stay calm and supportive for the people who beat their meat 2 hours into the challenge. Me watching all the enthusiastic newbies and people who lost last year step on the battlefield, knowing most of them will lose in the next 3 days due to edging. Boys on December 1st. Expectation. Reality. People who edge and still expect to stay in. People who use nut passes. People who fail and lie about still being in. My motivation to not fap for the sake of self-improvement. My motivation to not fap because of an internet challenge. God, no Nut November. Me being medically unable to nut. Me and the boys congratulating everyone who didn't fail. No Nut November. People who started No Nut November before November 1st, so they already know how the following days will feel like. When you donate blood, so you physically don't have enough blood in your body to get an erection and lose No Nut November. A small price to pay for salvation. You know what I do when I get horny, but it's November. Nothing. I don't know what edging feels like, and I'm not planning on figuring it out. Day 2 of No Nut November. I am able to control the flow of my chakra, and my powers are rising with time. Guys who still haven't busted in No Nut November, when it finally reaches November in your time zone. So it begins. When you realize that you nutted at 12:01 a.m. on November 1st. The world if November had 31 days. People who win. People who fail but are honest. I use a free nut pass, so I'm still in. Girls on December 1st. Boys on December 1st. I haven't jerked off for 18 days. Me. A normal conversation. When someone asks me, what's the date today? When someone asks me that in November. Shut up about No Nut November, this, No Nut November that. We all know you are depressed all alone in your room and jerk it while you have no outside life. Enough of this meme. Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong. November 10th, November 20th. You're 7 days in, only 23 more days to go. It's weekend. You're home alone. Explaining No Nut November to my girlfriend. Her. But you can just lie and say you didn't nut. Me. You wouldn't get it. When you wake up with a boner but it's November 1st. What a waste of good wood. Me explaining how I almost lost No Nut November last night by edging. The guy taking my order at Taco Bell. Girl in class. Wow, it's November 6th. Time is going by so fast, isn't it? Me. When someone has a wet dream and asks if they are still in, you're still worthy. Failing No Nut November on the 28th. Completing One Nut November. Porn sites during November. In terms of money, we have no money. Weak. No, I'm not addicted to porn. This challenge is just stupid and it's not even funny. I just learned to levitate. Me too, comrade. Squirrels. Storing nuts for the winter. No Nut November soldiers. November 1st. November 29th. When an August kid says they failed, No Nut November. Me. Weak like your parents. Give it up for the 83-year streak. No Nut November champion. It's only been a week. We've survived for a whole week. Girls on December 1st. Oh my god, I'm so excited for Christmas. Boys on December 1st. We gotta drop the load. Girls on December 1st. Yay, only 24 days until Christmas. Boys on December 1st. What people think I'm doing with all that extra time? Not nutting. What I'm actually doing. Some random guy in 2011. Let's not nut for a month. The whole internet since then. And I took that personally. Girls during 11 months of the year. Girls during No Nut November. When you finally smash your crush but it's during November, I've won. But at what cost? Teenagers in 2040. Why is no one in our generation born in August? Millennial dads. You wouldn't get it. When you're day one into No Nut November and your phone vibrates in your pocket. When it's November 30th, 11:59 p.m., you're all ready to go, but then the clock goes to November 31st. Dad, why am I named Rose? When you were young, a rose fell on your head. Dad, why am I named Daisy? When you were young, a daisy fell on your head. I used a nut coupon, so I'm still in. Oh, hey Brick, when you have the whole house to yourself, it's November 1st.